Hello pretties, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you how I did my knotless braids. It took a lot of trial and error. I watched many videos before I finally got the hang of it, but the results were beautiful. And before I give you a full detailed video on how I prepped my hair before the braids, I just wanted to show you, in case you're in a rush, how I added the hair to the braids, how I did the braids. So here is a quick preview of how I did it, and then after this clip I will show you what I did to prep. Okay, so to begin with, split your hair into three the way you would start a regular box braid. Before you complete the first box, you're gonna split between those two sections that you see there, between my fingers. I add the first extension tightly into those two sections, like split it right in the middle, tight, really tight, and then just continue on the braid how you would regularly, and you're gonna end up with a piece of your hair that's not gonna have extension. On that piece, add a new piece of extension, splitting it between the piece of your hair that doesn't have extension and the other piece that now has extension from the first hair extension, from the first extension you added. I hope that makes sense. I think that the visuals are clear enough where you don't need directions, but I hope what I said makes sense to you. If it doesn't, just keep on watching, and as you continue to watch, I think it'll make more and more sense. Once you get deep enough into the braid where it won't change the direction of the braid, like bring it so much to one side, you can swoop the hair to the front of your face where you can manage to braid better or easier. But if it's easy for you to continue in the back of your head, then continue on doing that, girl. And again, here's a clear example. I split the extension between two sections of the braid and then just continue braiding on. I started off with moisturized hair. I deep conditioned the night before, and I braided my hair into 4 sections to avoid tangles. The only product I put in my hair was a little bit of mango butter and olive oil, nothing else. This is the hair extensions that I use by Expression. It's pre-stretched. Before using it, I soaked it in apple cider vinegar for 15 minutes, and then I washed it out with shampoo. Oh, hey girl, don't mind me, I was just really feeling that braid out. But to start, gather all your products and your materials. I have here shea butter, Camille Rose lavender leave-in, and Miss Jessie's jelly soft curls. Then I went on to cutting the hair into the size of the braid, how much I was going to use per braid, and then I divided that into 3 sections, a larger, a smaller, and a medium and a smaller. So those 3 sections will go into that one braid. I hope that makes sense. Also, that racket that I used there is very convenient. I actually used it for sewing, but it came in so handy for braiding, and I saw it in other people's videos, which is what gave me the ideas. I absolutely recommend it. So my first attempt was a complete fail. I braided the hair to the side instead of in the middle, So I took everything down and started all over again. During my first attempt, I made sure not to tie a loose knot at the end of the braid in case I made a mistake and I had to take it off and start over. And yeah, it just took me a little while to figure out how to do this thing. This was my first time trying this, so it took a few tries, but eventually I got the hang of it. And I recommend that if it's your first time trying it, you do the same thing. Tie a loose knot at the end and just play around with it until you find the technique that works for you. Take two. So I took off the braids, and then to make sure I didn't get any tangles in my hair, I did the 4 braids that I had to begin with. My hair is still very moisturized, which at this point, I don't know if that's a good thing, because I feel like the softer the hair is, the harder it is to grip it. So I don't know if I'm making like a rookie mistake with the products that I'm using or what, but the thing is that I don't want to have gel in my hair for so long because it's drying. So I don't want to braid my hair and have a bunch of glue, or like, I'm thinking glue, a bunch of gel or something that's gonna cause dryness to my hair inside, like underneath or inside the braid, for 2 weeks or maybe even a month, depending on how it comes out. So that's why I'm trying to stick to the shea butter and the whipped cream. By the way, this isn't the original top that I came with, but whatever. Yeah, that's why I haven't really been adding gel, but I did notice when I was taking out my braids that one of the braids had like my hair was coming out of one of them. So I guess I might just continue doing what I was doing, which was adding a little bit of gel to the ends and maybe a little bit on the top to make sure it comes out neat. But I'm gonna try to not use that much gel. This is the gel that I'm using because it's the only gel that my hair does good with that I've tried so far. So yeah, let's try this again. Hopefully this time it'll be good. I'll get it. You can already see the difference in the braids. It's much tighter and neater. This is what I meant by a loose knot at the ends. Even though this was my second try and by this time I already had the hang of it, I still did a loose knot at the end to make sure if I had to take it out, it would be easy too. So again, that was just a temp knot. Afterwards, I came back and I knotted it tighter. At the end, I also sealed it with hot water. I know this is probably not necessary, but I wanted to make sure that it didn't come out. So I soaked the ends in hot water for a few seconds. So this is a continuation of the very first clip. At this point, this was already my second try when I had the hang of it. I'm just gonna keep on showing you clips of me putting in the braids so that you can get the hang of it. For me, that's what helped. The more videos I watched, the more clips I watched, the more it just grew on me. I just figured it out. some of the braids I ended up adding 4 pieces instead of 3. If I felt like the braid was thinner than the rest, I would add in another piece. But for the most part, I stuck with 3 pieces. Also, when I was getting to the ends of my actual hair, that is when I would add in gel to make sure that my ends wouldn't come out of the extension. I hope this video gave you a clear understanding on how to do the knotless braids. I will see you in my next video. If you found this video helpful or entertaining somehow, please leave a like and comment and subscribe. And also, if you want to see my Halloween impersonation of Joy from Friday, go look at my previous video. Till next time, pretties. Bye.